What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. In today's video, I am going to finish showing you the Fighter Thralls from the Exiled Lands and tell you who is the best. And it is not who I was expecting. I think you'll be surprised with the result. If you're enjoying this content, please leave a like on this video and subscribe for future ones. Clicking the bell will notify you when I upload a new video. Before we get into the mid and slow levelers, I want to cover some fast levelers real quick that I missed in my previous video. I will link that in the top right hand corner of this video in case you didn't see it, but let's cover a few thralls that you guys said I missed. So the three that I'm covering is the Black Hand Captain, Captain's Bodyguard Undina, and Captain Ashua. And here's where they fall. They fall in line with these guys right here. Hit points are 2095, damage modifier of 1.547, range modifier of 1.54, strength of 1, agility of 2, 3 vitality, accuracy of 30, survival of 15, and they gain 148.6 hit points per point in vitality. Now, if you don't know how to do that math, I explained that in the previous video that I did, and I linked in the top right hand corner of this video. Moving right into our mid levelers. Now, I spawned this one in. This is Doga the Bounty Hunter. I don't know if she's available in game, that's why she's back there, but she fits in the list with the Claws of Jebelsog. So the Claws of Jebelsog, I do know they spawn in the vanilla game. I'm just not sure if Doga does, but there she is, and she fits in with these guys. So real quick, mid-levelers require 13,390,750 experience points to level 220. This group's hit points is 1,680, damage modifier of 1.44, range modifier of 1.50. They come out of the box with 0 strength, 15 agility, 0 vitality, 30 in accuracy, 0 survival, and their hit points per point in vitality is 120 hit points. Moving on, we have Mbatu, and he comes in with 1,680 hit points, a damage modifier of 1.56, a range modifier of 1.575, strength of 0, 15 agility, 0 in vitality, accuracy at 30, survival at 0, and his hit points per point in vitality is 150. Moving on down the line, we have Waros the Breaker and May the Blade. They come in right here. Their hit points are 2,592, damage modifier of 1.6575, range modifier of 1.65, strength of 20, agility of 15, vitality of 10, accuracy and survival both at 0. Their hit points per point in vitality is 109.2. Next, we have the Chieftains. We have Varulf and Durulf. I think they're twins, maybe. This one looks like Janos, this one looks like Leon. But yeah, these are the Chieftains, and here's where their numbers come in. Hit points of 2,982, damage modifier of 1.82, range modifier of 0.91875, strength of 30, agility of 5, vitality of 10, accuracy of 0, survival 0, and their hit points that they gain per point in vitality is 88.2. And that brings us to our mid-level winners. We have Janos and Leon. And here's where Janos and Leon come in. Their hit points are 3227, damage modifier of 1.93375, range modifier of 1.925, strength of 30, agility of 5, vitality of 10, accuracy 0, survival 0, and the hit points that they gain per point in vitality is 110.2. So first of all, let's cover Janos real quick. Janos can spawn basically at any of the camps, the Nordheim camps. So any of these that you see on the map, Janos can spawn at any of those. Leon, however, has a specific spawn, and it's going to be right here at Leon's Watch. It is 10 on the line of F and G. And if we come out here to Leon's Watch, he's standing here right in front of this nice fire. This is Leon right here. Leon is a guaranteed spawn, meaning that he is likely to be easier to get than Janos, and he is always going to be here. So he is our winner out of the mid-level group. Now this video totally excludes any purge fighter. So if you want to see a video on purge fighters, go ahead and whack that like button. If we get 250 likes on this video, I will upload a video covering all the purge fighters. So just so you guys know, the next video that I'm going to upload is actually going to be a Thrall showdown, where I take each one of these Thralls that I'm listing in this video and I actually make them fight each other, and we are going to do that at level 0. So you guys let me know in the comment section, what gear should I give them? What weapon should I give them? I was thinking the Sword of Crom and just let them have at each other, but you guys let me know what you think and maybe I will take your suggestion. So now we're into the slow levelers, and the slow levelers are going to be your end game Thralls. They have high damage all the way across the board. What we're going to look at mainly in this group is hit points and hit points that they gain per point in vitality, because other than the Thrall I'm about to show you, everybody else is so close that it's really not going to matter what their damage modifier is. So let's go over the Disciple of Sobek. This is the one Sobek fighter that you are able to knock out, and he is a slow leveler, but that's the only reason why he made the list. As you can see, his hit points are abysmal, 1607. His damage modifier is 1.05, range modifier of 1.35, strength of 1, agility of 0, vitality of 1, accuracy of 0, survival of 1, hit points per point in vitality 107. Now this Thrall in the admin panel is actually a level 1. However, he does display as a name in the game, and he's a slow leveler, so I went ahead and put him in this list. However, I don't recommend you go out and get this Thrall at all. Moving on, we have the Sumerian Berserker, and you're probably going, wait a minute, the Sumerian Berserker goes right after that terrible Thrall. Let's get into the numbers and I will explain why exactly I put the Sumerian Berserker here and other Thralls ahead of him. So the Sumerian Berserker comes out of the box with 4,437, damage modifier of 2.24, range modifier of 2.10, strength of 15, agility of 0, vitality of 30, 0 in accuracy, and 0 in survival. His hit point per point in vitality gain is 61.9. We can call it 62, whatever. When you're looking at these numbers, I want you to notice that the damage modifier here is 2.24. This is the highest damage modifier in the game. However, when we're looking at slow leveling Thralls requiring 20,086,125 experience points to level to 20, you want a Thrall that has a ton of hit points. And as we move down the line, you'll realize that the damage modifier of 2.24 is not that much higher than the other damage modifiers. And if you were to give the Berserker the Sword of Crom and any of the other Thralls that I'm about to show you the Sword of Crom, at the end of it, right out of the box, it's only a gain of 3 hit points. So every time the Berserker swings with a light attack, it's only 3 more hit points to the target than the rest of the Thralls. So we have to look at the hit points from this point on. The next group on our list are all of the Volcano Thralls. So we have Eerie the Ravager, Spinnis the Marauder, Kiss this Flesh Terror, and Dasius the Sharp. These guys come in with hit points of 4,752. Their damage modifier is 2.21 and their range modifier of 2.20. Strength of 15, agility of 3, vitality of 10, accuracy of 2, survival of 15, and they come in with 62.7 hit points per point in vitality. So even just one level up, let me give you a quick comparison here. They only have a damage modifier of 0.03 less than the Sumerian Berserker. However, they do gain almost 2 hit points, we'll say 1 hit point more than the Sumerian Berserker per point in vitality. And if we look, they come out of the box with 4752. And the Sumerian Berserker comes out of the box with 4437. That's a difference of more than 300 hit points. Moving on down the list, we have Dalencia Snowhunter. Now, Dalencia Snowhunter is not the last Thrall that I'm going to show you in this video. She's been knocked off her pedestal, and I'll explain why here in a moment. Here are Delincia's stats. She comes out of the box with 5,547 hit points, damage modifier of 2.21, range modifier of 2.20, strength of 15, agility of 0, vitality of 30, accuracy of 0, and survival of 0. 77.4 hit points per point in vitality. And the number one thrall that you can get in the Exiled Lands is actually closer to the Noob River than you might expect. This is it. This is the number one slow leveling thrall, and it is the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker. And if we look at their stats, they have hit points of 5,412, damage modifier of 2.21, range modifier of 2.20. Now they come out of the box with 0 strength, 15 agility, 10 vitality, 20 accuracy, survival of 0, and they gain 128.6 hit points per point in vitality. So if we take a quick comparison here, for Delincia on the left, we have 5547 in hit points, and for the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker, we have 5412. Now, if you look at the hit points per point in vitality that the Treasure Seeker gets, it's 128.6, meaning that they get 1 point in vitality and they already have as many hit points as Delincia Snowhunter. The damage modifiers are exactly the same. Obviously, there's no strength for the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker, so Delincia straight out of the box is going to hit a little bit harder. However, I think at the end of the day, the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker is going to end up leveled up very, very nicely and will actually do better against very hard enemies in Conan Exiles. And that very hard enemy is actually going to be the arena champion, because every thrall that I'm about to show you that has hit the number one spot in each one of the tiers could go around and slay absolutely any world boss in the Exiled Lands given the proper gear. However, before I show you the final result, I want to show you a couple of thralls that you may or may not have access to. And the first one that I'm going to show you is the Captain. Now, the Captain was available in game for quite some time. However, they have not been in game for a while, but you may still have a Captain in the box. Or if you are using Multi-Gun's Tier 4 Thralls mod, you may still see the Captain, as he's put that back in the game. So let's run over the Captain's stats real quick. Hit points are 4917, damage modifier of 2.21, range modifier of 2.20, strength is 0, agility of 15, vitality of 10, accuracy of 20, survival of 0, hit points per point in vitality is 79.2. The other NPC that you may run across if you're running any of Multi-Gun's Tier 4 Thralls spawn mods is the Nordheim Berserker. Now, the Nordheim Berserker is a vanilla game NPC. However, it has not been implemented into the game, so while you can go in the admin panel and spawn this thrall in, you have to have a mod in order to find this thrall, and that's going to be Multi-Gun's Tier 4 Thrall mod. But let's run over its stats real quick. Hit points of 3,227, damage modifier of 2.0825, range modifier of 2.0825, strength of 30, agility of 5, vitality of 10, accuracy of 0, survival of 0, and hit points per point in vitality is 110.2. Now, for those of you that are Leon fans, this is the thrall that would take Leon's spot. This is a mid-leveler, and their damage modifier is enough higher than a Leon with the 30 in strength that this thrall would be the one that you'd want to go after. So let's break this all down for you guys, and I will give you my ranking by level of thrall. So we'll start with the fast levelers and move to the slow levelers. So the first that we have is the fast levelers. That's going to be Beastmaster Tamos taking the number one spot for sure. Then there's Hecker Wave Runner and Gallows Spearden after him. In the mid-leveling, just go for a Leon. If you find a Janos, grab him up as well. They're the same thrall, but Leon is a guaranteed spawn. And then moving into the slow levelers, we have the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker, Delincia Snowhunter, the Volcano Tier 4 Thralls, and the Sumerian Berserker. Now, the nice thing is that the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers are guaranteed spawns. You can find them a ton of different places, and I wouldn't stick my nose up at a Delincia Dalencia Snow Hunter, or a Volcano Tier 4 Thrall. Like I said, they all have great damage modifiers. It really comes down to who can gain the most hit points per point in vitality, so that your Thrall has the time or the hit points to withstand the attack while they kill the enemy. Now, I've already showed you where Leon is and told you where you can find Janos. If you don't know where to get Beastmaster Tamos, watch the other video that I did. But let's go and look at the places you can find a Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker. So I told you guys that the spawn for the number one was going to be closer to Noob River than you expected. So here's Noob River, here's where we are, and we are going to go through the unnamed city. So if you come up and in this way, and you take a right, you can find a group of Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers right here. And some of these are going to be archers, some will be fighters. And that is right here on the map. The next location is going to be just off these stairs here, and you will find both fighters and archers in here, and that is going to be right here on the map. The next location is right in this area. This is just a little ways from the Brute. The Brute's right on the other side of that wall, and here is another group of both fighters and archers. You can see fighter there, fighter there, fighter there. And that is right here on the map. And the last location that I'm going to show you in the unnamed city is right here. We have a few fighters here, fighter, and fighter and archer. And that is right here on the map. Now, the last place that I'm going to show you where you can find Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers is going to be right here in Sepamaru. And we are in front of Conan's bar. Here's Conan, here's his bar. We are going to run around the backside of the bar here and enter in through this door. Now, this is the wine cellar dungeon. However, it is not difficult to get exactly what you want. You do have to kill Seth here. He is not a thrall that you can knock out, so you'll need to kill him, dispense of him. But then this next room is going to have 2 Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker fighters. If we continue down the path, we can find some more Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers, so you can find the exact thrall the way that you want it to look. Here's another fighter, and there is an archer. And then here's another archer, and if we head over here, we have another fighter, another archer. She's pretty cute, if you ask me. And then right down here, there is another couple of fighters. Now, I'm not going to show you where Dalencia Snow Hunter or the Sumerian Berserker spawn. I've done it a bunch of times on my channel. If you need that information, you can go and look at those videos. I will tell you, it's in the Mounds of the Dead. It's really easy, so you shouldn't have a problem finding them. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I'll catch you next time. Peace. I'd like to give a big shout out to all my YouTube members and Twitch subscribers. Y'all are absolute legends. I'd like to thank everyone for their continued support, likes, comments, and general awesomeness. If you're not subscribed, you could start your free trial today and cancel at any time. Clicking the bell is highly recommended so you get notified on my next upload. There's a couple of videos on the screen. You can follow me over there to continue the conversation.